Nice to see you. This is Janet here from her kitchen in sunny Worcestershire, England. And today I have a curry dish for you. My daughter's given me this recipe. We tried it 2 weeks ago when we were visiting her and it was really tasty. It's not the kind of meal that I am used to making. So it's a bit of an experiment and I'm sure it'll go absolutely fine if I follow most of the rules. Now we're going to start with the curry paste to start with, and I've got the equivalent of 4 garlic cloves here. I've got 2 garlic cloves and 2 spoonfuls of very lazy chopped garlic. My daughter that's what she uses all the time. I've got 4 red chili peppers, a teaspoon of lemongrass paste, easy way of doing it, a piece of ginger about 4 centimetres long, not a huge amount, and 4 large peeled shallots that I'm just chopping up. I'm going to need a teaspoonful of turmeric. And the recipe says groundnut oil. Now I don't have groundnut oil, but what I do have is some toasted sesame oil. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get away with that. No point going out and buying a whole new bottle when you've still got something left that you've used a while ago. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to chop these up, and then I have a little secret gadget. And here is my secret gadget. It's a Kenwood mini chopper that I bought many years ago when I was watching Delia Smith and her cookery programs. And if you recall, those of you that watched it, anything she mentioned used to fly off the shelves the following day. Well, I'm responsible for the mini choppers disappearing at a rate. I've hardly ever used it, mostly because I'm put off by the washing up. But today I am going to use it. The recipe asks me to. So I'm going to put in the 2 cloves of garlic and the 2 teaspoonfuls of ready chopped garlic. I'm putting in the lemongrass, the chopped onions. Now I'm not sure whether this is all going to go in, so I might have to do a bit at a time here. And some of the chili peppers, a teaspoonful of turmeric going in, and I'm going to put that on and see what happens. Now the first batch seems to have chopped up quite nicely. I'm going to just tip that out for the moment because I've still got more to go. But that made quite light work of that, I have to say. So back on. And then the rest of the onions and the ginger. I haven't put any ginger in yet. Going in. Not that easy to load up, I have to say, but I suppose that's because it's the size it is. A few things have escaped. There we go. And another Blitz. Now the recipe asks you to put in 2 tablespoons. So that's 2 to 3 tablespoons actually. So I'm going to put that in and mix it up again just to get it more paste-like. everything blitzed together, and that's ready to use. And so we'll go on to the main ingredients of the dish. I'll just tidy up my mess here. Now the paste is made, curry paste is made, so I've now gathered together the rest of the ingredients, which is 900 grams of chicken thighs chopped into bite-sized pieces and seasoned with pepper and salt. I've got 2 Spanish onions I've used, peeled and sliced, finely sliced. I'm going to be adding 4 curry leaves, 2 star anise, a can of, this is light coconut milk, that's what I had in the cupboard, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 teaspoon of soft brown sugar, 100 ml of chicken stock, and a bit more oil for the cooking. So it's over to the hob and we'll get started. Now I've put 2 tablespoons of oil into the pan, and I'm just going to fry off the curry paste. Just take a minute or 2 to release the aromas. I'm beginning to smell the fragrance, and I'm going to tip in the finely sliced onions. Now the onions have softened, it's been cooking for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to add the chicken. Move it around so that the chicken gets coated with the spices. At this point we add the curry leaves, the star anise, the cinnamon stick, a teaspoon of soft brown sugar, 400 ml of coconut milk, and 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. I've just added 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, should have been light. Apologies for that, we'll see what difference it makes. I've just turned up the heat. We're going to bring up the temperature so it boils. And as soon as it's boiling, I'm going to put a spatter guard over the top, turn the temperature down, and let it cook for 30 to 40 minutes on a gentle simmer. Before you serve up, you need to make sure that you've removed the curry leaves, the star anise and the cinnamon stick. Wouldn't be very nice to find them floating in your meal. Here's the final dish. Coconut rice from a packet, the Malaysian style curry, and just topped with a few shredded coriander leaves. Hopefully will be delicious. One last suggestion before I go. When my daughter makes this, she adds extra protein by putting in a tin of crushed chickpeas and 100 grams or so of red lentils, which just get absorbed into the mixture, and you hardly know it's there, but you've added extra protein and fibre as well. So you might want to give that a go. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to make the recipe, I will put the whole recipe in the description below. Please give me a like, send me a message, and please subscribe to my channel. And join me again very soon for some more culinary delights. Bye for now.